Hello, my little munchkins, my little crones, and my sunflowers. How are you on this Monday evening? I hope everything with you is copacetic. I hope you had a wonderful, wonderful, back to life Monday. And I hope you just had a good weekend, and I hope you had a good day, and I hope the rest of your week is wonderful. I really do. Now, with that being said, we're going to talk about Wendy Williams Part 2. Where is Wendy Williams?
Yes.
I'm going to tell you something. For the last 3 days, Wendy has been on my mind. Okay. Wendy has been in my bed. Wendy has been in my bathroom. Wendy has been in my mind, because to see her, it's a travesty.
Yes.
It is sad. It's real life, and it's sad. And every time at the end, like at Part 2, when they said Wendy is doing good. Now, what they mean to me is when they say Wendy is doing good, that meant Wendy can make she can make a little bit more sense. Yes. She's not sporadic, but that don't mean that Wendy is well.
Right.
I'm learning that. Every time you hear them say, Wendy is doing good, don't think that Wendy is coming back. That's what was getting me. I realized she's not.
Yeah.
No. Too many ailments. The alcohol done did too much damage. So go ahead, baby Crone.
Yes.
Did you want to say something?
This episode was supposed to be about the family, and that's pretty much good. And they're bringing us really back up to date. And they did answer the question at the very end, where is Wendy Williams? Which is hopefully with her family recovering, but they're still.
No, she's not with her family. Oh. Is she? I thought she was in a rehab center, not a rehab, a wellness center.
Yes, at the time of that recording, which was last year, she was. However, she was in the talks with the court and her sister Wanda about getting Wanda as her guardianship.
So she want Wanda to do it.
Yes, she's ready to come back to her family. She feels like her family's ready.
That's counseling. And whoever is her guardian, her handler, they should let her go with her family.
They should.
And they should just, if she goes, but she got an apartment. She bought a new apartment in New York. How's that going to work?
I don't know how that's going to work.
I don't know. That just sounds crazy.
Yeah. So to bring us up to speed, to start off with,
please.
At the very beginning of this, Wendy was this was Wendy on the move for real. Mm-hmm. She traveled to Los Angeles without Will's permission.
With that girl,
Sean.
That was horrible.
That was.
She was the what? What is she? A producer? What was she?
Publicist.
Who? What? The nerve.
Yes. And she was like, well, Wendy was crying to tell me to come get her right now.
They plotted that trip on Part 1.
Yes, they did. We saw her, and the niece was like,
came in and felt the way about her.
Yes.
And I'm telling you, I told baby Crone I don't like her. At first I did, but then after I was like, she don't have Wendy's best interest of heart. And then when she keep talking, she's talking like, well, she's doing good. What is wrong with you?
Yes.
You just now she want Will's job. She said, you go. That's what I'm saying. Wendy Williams, she let Wendy drink.
Yes, she did.
She's not drunk. No, she may have a couple of drinks, but all she's going to do, you probably done pulled over somewhere and got her blues and got her alcohol, just like you did before.
Mm-hmm.
So to keep her quiet so you can keep a job. But if it was up to me, what was her name?
Sean.
You're fired.
Yes.
You would be fired. Go ahead, baby Crone.
Yes. Oh.
She does have pretty hair, though.
She does.
Oh, the hair is to die for.
But to talk about more of the mishap that Sean was doing over there in Los Angeles, she wanted Wendy to relive her memories. So she took her to the Hollywood Walk of Fame so Wendy could relive the moment of everybody loving Wendy when she got her star. And when Wendy saw it, she was just like, "This is it." It didn't have the glitz and the glam, and she was just like, "This for my star at?"
In a junky part of town. It's like it didn't look like this. No, Wendy, there. Yeah. Everybody wants their face or name, but from what I understand, it's just a tacky old walkway that probably was beautiful at one time, and it just gone down. Wendy stood and said, like, this is it. Look at the people that was trafficking through there. I'm just saying, no judgment. I'm just saying that's where they put old Wendy. Across the street was store. I know Wendy was like,
She was
shocked, like, ew.
But the way she rationalized it, she was just like living back in that memory. She was just like, I saw all kinds of people, so everybody loves Wendy. Which that is true. Everybody does love
No,
Wendy.
everybody does not love Wendy.
Okay.
There are people who feel sorry for Wendy. And I bet your bottom dollar there are people that can't stand her. But we're not those people.
Yes.
I can truly say I care. And care is love. So I do love Wendy. And I do wish her the best, even though she's not a nice person. And it's only so much you can blame on sickness.
Yes.
Because I've known somebody in my family that had Alzheimer's, dementia. And they weren't mean.
Okay.
They weren't mean at all. They didn't talk to anybody mean. They were more depressed. In other words, they just didn't really talk. They stayed to themselves. They didn't eat much. They just wanted to stay in bed. They didn't want no bother, but they was not mean. And that's what I'm saying. Not everybody who gets dementia or anything like that is mean. I don't believe that. Because I've seen a couple of people in my family with dementia, and they were nowhere near as obnoxious and rude as that, although they were not rich either. So.
Well, I mean, that just comes down to Wendy's personality.
Yeah, it's at the end, when you at your lowest, the real you come out.
Yes.
And right now, I'm saying it, Wendy is not cray-cray.
No.
She may be scattered.
Yes.
She knows exactly what she's doing.
Mm-hmm.
She may wander into Never Land, and whatever her symptoms is not that to the point where she doesn't know what she's saying and what she's doing. Exactly. She may be out of pocket. She may not understand how loud she is. She may not understand that she's being offensive because she really don't care, because she's self-absorbed. Wendy is still living in that spotlight. Yes. Like, I am it. You was it. Your it days are over. And you're 50 something. She's 50, 6, 58. Wendy, you could retire. You can retire. You know?
59.
Okay. See, really?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
She'll be 60 in July.
Wow. So she's a water sign. She's a Cancer or Leo? I bet she's a Cancer.
I think she is a Cancer.
She's a Cancer. She cried a lot.
Yeah, she is a Cancer.
Yeah,
she definitely did cry.
She cries a lot. Yeah. So
now, what was sad to see was Black China had came to visit her. Finally, we've seen the document. Finally seen that clip it. And Black China said it for herself. She was like, I was seeing all these headlines in the media. I had to see it for myself. And she broke down crying when she saw Wendy was gone, because you literally saw China was talking about their friendship. And then here goes Wendy. Yeah, I'm Wendy Hunter. And she was like, Hunter, okay.
Didn't she do the same thing with her father?
Yeah.
She's sitting she was talking to her father. No, she was talking to her father.
Yes.
And the next thing you know, she talking about, I'm doing something on Wednesday.
Yes.
So you see the moments when she lose sight of, I don't think it's just that, when she called her brother Kevin, I could see how she may have gotten him a little mixed up. But the thing is, she knew that was her brother, but she talked to him like he was Kevin.
Yes.
Did you get that?
Yeah, I did.
And she never changed it.
No. And they played along just along with her with the Yes.
Yeah, and the father just, you see his face like, yeah, that's my baby. He catches it.
Yes,
Yeah.
he does.
Mhm.
It was especially noticeable when, with that particular instance, when she said that I'm going to be on TV on Wednesday. And her father was like, but today's Wednesday. He just saw her struggle to get her train of thought out. And then she was just like, no, it's not working. She like finally like had that clarity, like, no, I'm not having a show coming out on Wednesday.
She said it?
No, it just seemed like if she finally had that click.
Don't put no words in her mouth now, baby. She didn't say it. Don't do that.
No, but she did say that it was a struggle to try to get like the TV show, and she had to go through all these hoops.
Because she didn't. It's just that the girl, what's her name,
Shaw,
took her on these interviews dressed like that.
Showing her feet.
What she want to come on a show and show her cleavage and show her feet? No, baby, no. And that girl took her. So no, nobody wants her with you.
No.
No. It has nothing to do with her feet. You can hide her feet. It's not the feet. It's her. She's not right. She's not ready. And Wendy gonna have to accept the fact it's over. She's 60 years old, retired. You know what? Sidebar. Just like these presidents, they all old. All these people are like 65. They need to get out of the White House. If retirement is 67, then that's the least they should be. When you're the president, it should be 67. That's it.
Yes.
Out. You're an old judge, out. This is what's so wrong with this country, because the people in power don't want to give up their spot. You see this with Wendy.
Yes, you did.
It's over. You know, you got people in the government the same way. Sorry about this, but the people in the government, you seen this man in the government falling asleep.
Yes.
Going out. This is ridiculous. Mm-hmm. The world has to retire, and people don't even hire you when you're like at the 60. If you go for a job and you're like 60 years old, they probably won't hire you because you're too old, okay? Mm-hmm. Or 58 or something like this. I've seen that happen. Right. So Wendy, no, but I think it should be clear through the board. I think it should be clear with everyone.
Yes, it should be fair.
It should be fair. Nobody should have jobs until they kill over in their seats.
Literally. But speaking of Wendy on the trip, on the move, she went to go visit her family in Miami. At that time, she hadn't seen them in 8 months.
Yeah,
and it was an interesting trip, I'll say the least. Mm-hmm. We first started off with her meeting Kevin and Travis. Mm-hmm. They were 40 minutes late. Mm-hmm. She was starting to get worried. But then finally...
She wasn't feeling worried. She was feeling stood up.
Yes, she was. But then finally, just when they were just ready to give up, they came walking in.
40 minutes late.
Yes. And you...
Who ordered wine? The thing I don't understand, you all know, because her father made her brother Tommy not drink. Because he said, where's my drink? Father said no. But the son and her nephew was drinking. Well, the son wasn't drinking, but he took it because he didn't want Wendy to have it. That's the same thing when they did in the car.
Mm-hmm, they did.
If you know that you're around somebody with a drinking problem, why would you drink? That is cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. It just doesn't really make sense.
Mm-hmm. And it just makes it unfair for Wendy because she's like, y'all drinking.
And this is right. You all drinking, but I can't, and you're gonna drink in front of me. This is some BS. I feel you on that. Yes. If that's why I just felt like that is so double standard.
Yeah, that really was.
Y'all don't have to drink. If y'all want her to stop, don't drink. That's just great. And she's sitting at the table, but you know she was sitting there going,
Mm-hmm. You see, she acts different when she
acts different when she's around her family, though. She pulls herself together, doesn't she?
She does.
She pulls herself together when she's around her family, especially her daddy.
Yes.
So but her daddy timing her forward though.
Oh yes, he
did. You see him on the boat?
Mm-hmm. Yes. Now Wendy can diss her niece anytime she wants because her niece was just trying to give her not the tough love, but
tough love, just honest love.
Yes, and then Wendy was just like, can we turn up the TV, please? How do I work the TV? You could go watch TV in the other room. I'm like, oh my God. And
so rude,
yes,
so dismissive.
her niece tried to stand in front of the TV like, we're gonna have this conversation.
No, I think her niece stood there like, are you kidding me?
Yes. And Wendy's just like,
move.
TV, please.
Yeah, sorry about that. Our camera went cold, so we're back. Baby Crone, where did we leave off with Wendy?
Just talking about how Wendy did not want to listen to her niece.
Okay, good. Could you go ahead on and take us on out with this?
Yes.
Is there anything else? Go ahead, finish everything you have to say.
Yes. After that visit with her family, she went back to New York.
Yeah.
And it was not a pretty sight. Will had saw Wendy with this huge mimosa that she was drinking, and he was just like, I really can't do this anymore.
And that producer pulled him out. I thought you said you can handle it. He can't. I said that.
You did say
it. You need somebody qualified. You need somebody who's qualified. Somebody she can't bully. Somebody that she can't fire. Somebody that is good at handling this. She needs a coach. She needs somebody who understands how to deal with an alcoholic. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. She'll be in and out of these institutions until Wendy wants to quit. You have to want to stop. And until then, she's going to hit rock bottom. Wendy has not hit rock bottom.
No.
She hit rock bottom with her marriage. She ain't recovered from that.
No.
Clearly. She is not recovered. It's sad. I don't know if I should say this, but I'm going to say it. I think it is a terrible thing. How can you love someone more than you love yourself? That is what happens. You can't give somebody that you don't have for yourself. You can't love somebody more than you love you. You look, Wendy is the result. Okay. How many people have we heard that just gave up on life or did something because they gave more of their heart to a person, and that person ain't never going to love you like that? Love is precious. It is so precious. And we just treat it any old kind of way. And so Wendy, she wasn't, I guess she said, you know, I got my marriage. I got my son. I got everything. And now I can live in my glass bubble. But I would like to know, in spite of anything, I would really like to know what made Kevin Hunter cheat. I would just like to know that. What made him cheat? I want to know. I'll never know. I'm wondering, was he just out and he saw her?
That's a good one.
From the dynamics of their relationship, I mean, he was cheating early in the game.
Okay.
So was it Wendy was too big, too famous, not available? I'm not saying it's Wendy's fault at no case. I'm just trying to figure out what would make him cheat, because it seemed like he loved her and wanted to marry her. So I don't know.
I don't
know. And when she said that she was pregnant, he was happy.
Okay.
So I don't know what, because I just wish they could be together, because I think he was good for her in that sense.
Okay.
Maybe not a good husband, but because he was a husband, he was kind of like made her show up.
Yes.
And I think if anybody could have made Wendy do anything, it would have been Big Kevin.
Yes. As they distinguish them.
Yeah.
And lastly, it's just great to see that after Wendy because Will finally said he needed help, he decided to reach out to the Guardian.
About time.
Yes, who still continues to reign anonymous. Reached out to the Guardian. Well, we at least know it's a female Guardian.
No, it's a female.
Yes, he reached out to her and basically the Guardian stepped in with Wendy, sent her to a facility, a mental facility. A medical facility, and her family was unaware of where this location was. But Wendy was calling them from this location, mostly her sister Wanda, and was talking about how she would want Wanda to be her guardian.
I think the system that they have Wendy under, I think that's a horrible situation. And they're saying so many people get caught up in these. So you remember, when you get older, you make sure you take care of that.
Okay.
You hear me?
Yes.
Because your father came today with that with you, didn't he?
Yes, he sure did.
You make sure you take care of that. All right. Don't be a fool. Take care of that. Have somebody you can trust.
Yeah.
That's scary, you know?
It is.
That you could work so hard, and because of your incompetence, the law or whoever comes in and take over your money. That is crazy. But I truly believe after this, I think we're going to see some I'm believing.
Yes.
Are we going to see some changes?
Because we know her family is the change that she
and and remember, there wasn't their family that wanted her to do this. Remember, her family did not want her to do it. But under the circumstances, they're getting in because they're using it as an opportunity to cry to the world and to cry to the public. Look how they're treating us. And I think that something is going to be done.
Yes.
It has to. Because nobody should be able to take you from your family.
And now we know who benefits from this documentary. Hopefully the family in getting rights to Wendy.
Well, I hope Wendy, but I'm sorry, I don't think Wendy is able to take care of her money. No. Just when she was up there, she had too many people around. Let me see.
Yeah.
What was the question? I just want to do this real fast.
Wanted to know about Wendy's health.
No, I want to know, are they going to change the conservatorship?
Okay.
I see justice.
Promising.
I see money. I definitely see, like this card says, that everything is satisfied, everything is good. I think justice will be served. I truly do. I truly believe that they're going to start doing something to help the family. I don't know to what extent, but according to the cards, there will be. If you see justice. Justice is always fair when you're coming down the cards. We see money. We see Wendy down, withdrawn, but we know she's doing better. And we see here, this card also can mean contentment. Somebody have everything. They're ready to give in. They're ready to listen. They're ready. I do see that. And I truly believe that because of everybody sees what's going on, I think that it's putting pressure because that system needs to be fixed.
Yes.
Not just for Wendy, but to show how horrible it is. And they said, someone at the end of it said, so many people has been swallowed up in this, swallowed in this, right? So, you have a question?
Will Wendy go back to her family?
Teeter-tottering. No. She'll go back. She'll be in and out.
Okay.
And they'll be in and out, back and forth. But no, I don't think her going back to stay, I don't think that she's ready for that right now. And also where her doctors are and all of that, she's still like a little kid. And I think that that Wendy want to stay in New York. She'll probably go to Florida, but I don't see it. Temperance is there. I don't think the balance is there yet. And even so, she's still not the mind of an adult fully. She has the mind of an adult, but you understand what I mean? And so I see right now, somebody has to keep her from becoming destitute. Not financially, just wandering about. Remember one time they saw Wendy wandering in a store all by herself. Something could have happened. She's famous, So yeah, she needs supervision. And this is what they're worried about. So no, I truly believe something is going to give with this family. I think the law, justice will prevail in some kind of way with this family. And it might still be the person that's in control, but maybe have to deal with somebody else, Wanda. I think that's it, because this is unfair. And no, I do not think Wendy is competent in having her money.
Mm-mm.
However, I do think that if she wants something, I mean, Wendy seems like she gets what she wants.
Yes.
I don't understand for somebody say they don't have a lot of money and she's got like 15,000.
Right.
She's kissing her money. She goes everywhere. She goes, cars don't run on air. So, how's she buying blues? How's she doing all this? Where's she getting all this? Getting plane tickets. She is, come on. Does she have a credit card? Somebody's paying. Who paying these workers? So when people keep on saying Wendy is broke, y'all have to help me. What is broke?
Right.
Because she's not broke.
Right. And don't listen to what
she eats out all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody out there keeps saying Wendy don't have no money. I don't know. What do you all be thinking? Because everything Wendy is doing has to deal with money.
Exactly.
And who's paying? So if she doesn't have no money, how is paying this? How she have a check where she's got money? Wendy ain't broke. I don't know who's saying these things. I don't know.
Well,
I don't
Wendy
know.
Definitely said it out her mouth this
But she's not broke.
No.
Look at the life.
Yes.
I don't live that life. Do you?
No.
Do you? Maybe. But it's a lot of us who don't.
Yes, especially New York.
And now she's just sold her house and her apartment and moving. Come on. She lives in New York and Manhattan. Come on. No. And a
nice flat too.
Yeah. So you got to understand when they talking about she broke. She eating at the fanciest restaurants.
Yes.
Feeding everybody who sits down at the meal with her.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just saying, don't look right to me.
Right.
Well, okay. Well, anything else?
Nope, that was it for Wendy Williams.
So my thing about this episode was this. It really broke my heart to see Wendy in this condition.
Yes.
But all at the same time, it gave me closure because I can now know she's not coming back.
Yes.
But let me say this. I'm an optimist and I believe all things are possible to them that believe. But under these circumstances, Wendy ain't believing in Wendy.
No.
However, this footage is old.
Yes, last year.
I would like to have an update.
Mm-hmm.
But right now, no. Wendy needs to retire. Point blank, period.
Yes.
What's your closing remark? I thought the episode, I hate to say it was good because to watch somebody deteriorate before your eyes is not a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
To see somebody on top of the world now.
Yeah.
To see them in this vulnerable, broken state of mind, it is a travesty. I'm saddened by it. But I'm glad that Wendy is willing to share her life with us.
Yes, that's what I appreciate.
Thank you, Wendy. Go ahead.
Yes, and what I enjoyed about
every bit of it.
Yes, it was good. Given what we just defined good as.
Mm-hmm.
What I enjoyed about Where is Wendy Williams documentary is that we really got to see that the family came forth and told their side of the story.
And they love her.
Yes.
And that's not fake. It's not fake. And no, I don't see her sister or anybody trying to get her money. If anything, maybe her son overly spent. Kids.
Yeah.
Kids.
That's true.
Kids. So it happens. But other than that, I think her brother Tommy loves her.
Yes. They all have very positive things to say about her.
Yeah. Yeah. But to all that has watched, your heart goes out to Wendy. So that's what we know of Wendy. We hope you enjoyed our recap. I just feel like empty that I finally understand what's going on. with Wendy. However, I know in about another year or so, I'm going to want to recap.
Yeah,
because I feel like I'm invested.
Yes.
You know, and Wendy could go head on and do a little, I mean, it's not right. I know it's exploitation, but she can go ahead on and have a series.
Right. I mean,
what's going on with Wendy today?
She would love it. She wants to be in the camera.
It would work because I would follow her and her endeavors and how she acting. Oh, I would definitely, because it's so real. Yes. And that's what we miss, the realness of life. And that's what was good about this. They cleaned it up. They kept a lot of the gross things away from us, but they show that stuff is real. Yes. And it can happen to anybody. And you know what? Alcoholism don't have an age. And you know what? It don't have a color. It don't have a race. It could attack anybody who's acceptable to it and vulnerable. And many of us know alcoholics or I knew alcoholics, which are all deceased. It's a brutal life. And for whatever it is, once it get a hold of you, it don't want to let you go. And it's sad. And I hope Wendy get all the help she needs. And I hope that when we hear from her again, that she's doing fine. Yes. And can I say it?
Okay.
And dandy. And with that being said, we thank you for joining us today and watching part 2 of Wendy Wins. If you didn't watch it, we hope we gave you a pretty good recap. And if not, you can just look at our episode that when we went live.
Yes.
And even before then, I did a reading on Wendy. I follow Wendy, but I had stopped following her for a while.
It was just too sad.
Because it was just too sad. But now I understand and I have closure. Yes. And I feel good about that. So if Wendy wants to have a series, I would be one of the people that watch because, and my last thing, because it's informative. I've learned something.
Yes. So
with that being said, thank you for joining us. We so appreciate it. We hope you have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Tuesday. And we hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful back to work week. With that being said, you know what time it is.
Yes.
Sunflowers.